Oh my God. In my ward.
Call to order the City Council meeting for the City of East Grand Forks for November 15th, 2022 is now 5 o'clock. Would the City Clerk please call roll?
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olstead.
Here.
Council Vice President Tim Riopel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Dale Helms. Tim Johnson.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Present.
Brian Larson.
Here. Does term quorum please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
An open forum and opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action will be referred to staff, boards, and commissions for research in future council agendas if appropriate. I do not see anybody. We'll move on to approval of minutes. There are none. Scheduled bid lettings, there is none. Move on to scheduled public hearing. Public hearing to consider granting property tax abatements under a new construction housing project program. Is there a motion to open public hearing? Move. Moved by Vetter.
Second.
Second by Larson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Public hearing.
Mayor, Mr. President, members of the council, this is a normal thing that we do each year. There is one idiosyncrasy this year. We found that 2 properties were apparently no longer owner-occupied. We advertised them after I contacted them to see if they were still owner-occupied. They have not replied. So although they were part of the list of properties that were advertised, they are not included in the resolution.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Gordy? I see none. Entertain a motion to close public hearing.
Move.
Moved by Johnson.
Yes.
Second by Vetter. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Move on to the consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Anyone want 2 and 3 pulled? If not, entertain a motion of 2 and 3. Move. Moved by Vetter.
Second.
Second by Riopel. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson.
Where are we at here? Excuse me. Where are we? What are we voting on?
The consent agenda.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes.
Olstead.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Larson.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Riopel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Acknowledge the receipt of reports of officer boards and commissions. Regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for October 19th, 2022. Communication, there is none. Old business, there is none. Move on to new business. Canvassing of local election results. Megan?
So in front of you, you all have a packet. And the first few pages are the main abstract showing all of the results together. And that's about the first 6 pages. Following that is the breakdown for each individual ward and the write-in information, breakdown of, how each ward voted, or, who got the votes in each ward. I guess just a couple of things I wanted to highlight. That morning we had 4,805 registered voters. That day we registered 148 new voters. There was, a part of the main abstract, there was 475 absentee ballots received. 271 of them were done through City Hall here. So we had a total of 2,666 people that voted on Election Day. Right now, at large, we have 471. The breakdown, Karen Peterson got the most votes with 80, followed by Matt Sanders with 44. This information I updated the resolution with in the packet. And then I also included the list of names of people that received my whole list of names is in the updated packet online because the number of write-ins is over 300. Most people received 1 or 2. There was a total of 167 names on the list. So I guess at this time, do you guys have any questions about the abstract information in front of you? Okay.
Johnson?
On my ballot, I for Ward 4, we were voting for, on the top of that ballot for Ward 2 also, so I don't want to have, this is no good. So what I'm saying is that should not have been on Ward 4's ballot
Yep,
to vote
and
for Ward 2.
And right now, I cannot pull up a sample ballot because the election has been completed. So that wasn't easily accessible for me. I will be going to Crookston in the morning for canvassing election results. And I will be looking at ballots with people at the Ward 4 ballots that were issued on Election Day.
Okay, Megan, you bet, but so that I'm not going to, I guess I'm protesting that.
Okay.
Only because I'm not, protesting on account of my votes for Ward 4. I'm saying that Ward 4 voted for Ward 2 also.
Okay.
So I would move to table 5 and 6 until we've got clarification on what happened.
Motion to table it 5 and 6.
I'll move.
Clarence already moved. Did you second it?
Second it.
Any further discussion on that? Mr. Demers?
Thank you, Mr. President. What kind of timelines are we under, time constraints?
And that's what I was just thinking about. We're supposed to canvass election results within 10 days after the general election. So Thursday is actually our deadline. So can we possibly continue this meeting to Thursday if we can have a quorum? Because I will have the answer by Thursday.
So what happens when you find out that that I'm saying what was there? We were voting on Ward 2. What happens then?
Well, I will be talking to the county about that. I
Okay.
don't know what the next step would be.
Thank you.
So procedural-wise, we'd have to have a meeting on Thursday, correct? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yep.
We'd have to have a call special meeting. We'd have to call it today.
Or if we do a
Or you could continue this
continuation,
meeting.
Continue the meeting.
continue this meeting on Thursday, starting at 5 o'clock, if that works for you guys.
For me,
Make it work. Time of day again, Megan?
Well, like every other meeting, 5 o'clock?
So are we continuing with just 5 and 6, or are we continuing the rest of the meeting?
I would amend my motion if that's what you need to just continue 5 and 6.
That's what I'm asking. Can we do that? Just 5 and 6?
I know nothing about this right now. I wish I had. I'm not an election law.
Well, just
I'm just
can
talking
we
about regular
continue the meeting?
Oh, we can just continue. We can continue this meeting for 5 and 6 to Thursday.
So I just wanted clarification on that, just to make sure. So if you want to amend your motion to
We'll amend it, yes.
to Thursday, 5 and 6
Okay.
at 5 o'clock.
So done.
Okay. Johnson?
yes, second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Move on then. Number 7, consider adopting resolution 22-11-84, authorizing the tax abatement on listed properties that qualified under the new home construction program for 2022 that is payable in 2023. Move. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Number 8, consider adopting resolution 22-11-85, approving the promotion of Brendan Jones to supervisor, facility cemetery maintenance, starting January 9th, 2023, at salary of $29.43 per hour. Move. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Larson. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Number 9, consider approving the request to start the hiring process to fill the team lead facilities operations position. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Consider adopting an updated seasonal pay scale that would take effect January 1st, 2023.
Move.
Moved by Vetter.
Second.
Second by Larson. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Number 11, consider approving the contract between the City of East Grand Forks and SRF Consulting for the bridge consulting services, with the city funding half of the contract and do not exceed the amount of $75,585.17.
Move.
Moved by Larson. There's a second.
Second.
Second by Vetter. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Number 12, claims. Consider authorizing the city administrator, clerk, treasurer to issue payment of reckon bills and payroll. Move. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Vetter. Questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Larson?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes. Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
Couple things. First of all, every time there's an election, it brings some changes. And as we consider this moment, as we are as a nation, as a state, and certainly as our city, I want to say we'll miss those council members that are not going to be continuing on. It's been a pleasure working with you. We're proud of the work that you've done, and I know you stand on your record of having accomplished very good things for our city. We also look forward to working with the new members of the council, and always with that change comes some fresh ideas and perspectives, and we're looking forward to that also. Number 2, following this meeting, we will continue on into a budget discussion, which we've been having that conversation over the last, of course, several months, including the whole year, looking forward to next year's budget. Please know that we understand families are pinched right now coming through an inflationary stretch in our nation's economy, and just know that we will go out of our way to minimize any increase in the tax levy. Stay tuned for this following meeting, and if anyone in the community wants to get in touch with any one of us on the council and give us your input, your feedback as we wrap up this budget cycle, we'd love to hear from you. It's going to come down to the services that you hold dear, whether you can come right down the line to all the services that we provide as a city, levels of service that you want to see, again, whether it's police, fire, public works, library, recreation, everything that we do. That's what we're going to be examining and have been examining this whole time. And again, we would want to hear from you. And I know for me, in everything I've ever done, if you have to ever come along and compromise on foundational principles that you hold, or find a way to pay for the higher fee than you expected, generally you have to find a way to pay the higher fee. And I think that's probably where we're headed as a city right now, is probably raising the levy a little more than most of us are comfortable with. But these are very unusual times, and we'll get through them together. But again, if you have any feedback, any member of the community, for us, for any member of the council, we're here to do your work. And please know our good department heads, our financial director, our city administrator, everybody's worked really, really hard to bring it down to the point that we are, as close as we are to this final moment in our budget. And I want to thank them all for that. And again, let us know your thoughts. Thanks.
Mr. Vetter.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Riepel.
Nothing, Mr. Olsted.
Mr. Johnson.
I don't have anything. Thank you very much.
Mr. Demers. Mr. Larson.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
I do have something. I wish that Mr. Johnson would have came forward last week and discussed this instead of putting our staff under pressure of going through this for this Thursday under the laws they have to follow through the state of Minnesota to have them done by this Thursday. So I guess I'm not very happy with that. He had ample time to come in and explain what was going on, or had a question on it, could have been clarified by now. So, Mr. Murphy.
I have nothing tonight.
Mr. Galsted.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Mr. Emery.
I have nothing.
Anything from the department heads? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Moved by Johnson.
Second.
Second by Better. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried, means adjourned. Move right into the special meeting. That's okay?
Yep, downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, the special meeting call. Oh.
That's okay.
Very good.
Well, we already voted on
Well,
continuation
yeah,
of
I'll
5 and
print
6.
you one.
I didn't find it.
Nope, that's.
That's what I brought up with Megan. Aldrin said something.